Archangel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. Thank you for joining me here for this moon phase pick a card reading. In today's reading, we're going to be looking at what is changing for you. We are entering the new moon in Gemini. It is a super moon, so a lot of magnetism to this moon, and astrologically we are in uncharted territory. There are things happening in the sky and the cosmos that have not happened since 4000 and something BC is, I think, what I heard Pam Gregory say. So kind of mind-blowing, big changes collectively, universally, globally, individually, all the way across the board. So Spirit was very clear when I asked what should we focus on in today's reading, and that is what's changing for you. And you might be drawn to more than one group or even all three groups because you might have many things changing in your life right now or many different aspects. So just use your intuition and have fun with it and only take what resonates because it is a general collective reading. It is also a timeless reading, so if you land here at a different time than the new moon in Gemini, then that's okay. If the messages resonate, then this reading is for you. So I will, like I said, just have fun with it, use your intuition, and take what resonates, leave the rest. I will insert an overhead view of these groups at the end of this introduction, so you can pause the video and take a little more time to look at the cards and the crystals if you would like to. And I will also insert timestamps in the description box below so that you can jump right to your reading. For group 1, we have number 29, the Self. I hear a truck. I apologize for the noise. Some things are beyond my control. And blue Apatite. For group 1, the Self with blue Apatite. For group 2, we have number 2, the Father. With the rainbow Moonstone. For group 3, we have the Mother, number 1. And these shuffled out naturally. I didn't handpick them. The Mother and the Father both came out. With the pink Scolecite. Take your time choosing a group. I look forward to seeing you in your reading. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose card number 29, the Self, with the blue Apatite stone. Welcome, group 1. Thank you for joining me here. We'll put your blue Apatite right here for your reading. I hope you're doing really well. I appreciate you joining me here for this reading for the new moon in Gemini. We're going to, although this is a timeless reading, of course, but currently we're in the new moon in Gemini and we're going to look into what is changing for you. There are a lot of timeline shifts, major changes across the board, globally, individually, collectively, however you want to look at it, every layer, every dimension of change. And you, group 1, what Spirit wants to talk to you about is what's changing for you is something on a soul level. These little rays of light, to me, when I look at this card, represent the different aspects of the personality of the ego mind, the ego self that we all carry. But then deep in the core, behind it all, is the eternal self, the eternal you, the soul. And so you are changing on a fundamental level, group one. I love this for you. This is really powerful. So as you're shifting, so this will create a timeline shift. When you shift on a soul level, everything changes. Because now what is radiating out into all of these different facets of personality, all these different filters of reality, is the new vibration. More of your soul light, more of your authenticity is what I really feel. More of your uniqueness, willing to take whatever is changing for you, allows you the opportunity to shine more of your authentic self into the world, more of your soul light. So your soul is changing, something deep is shifting within you, and it's affecting every aspect of your life. That is the first message I'm getting for you, which is really powerful. Number 29 is an 11. So that for me is, you know, an ascension upgrade, an ascension shift, a consciousness upgrade, awakening. So we're going to get into it. Oh, I didn't pull your tarot deck out, but that's okay, I will in a minute. We're going to look into the oracle cards first and get an overall feel for this change, because this is big. Like, this is, you know, quantum, I would say. If this is resonating with you, I'm guessing you've been through some challenging lessons or something really milestone-like in order for this kind of a change to happen, something potent. So we're gonna see what else. What else? What is changing for group one? Tell us more. Whoa, what is that? Flipped over. Metamorphosis Mirage. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Oh, that in-between space, yes. Where the old self is not completely gone, or the old frequencies of self and the new self is not quite completely anchored in yet. It's not comfortable fully yet, but the old self isn't comfortable either. That can be a really difficult time for sure. So let's see what else is changing. What's changing for group one? Wow, yours are popping out. I love it. I love when it does that. Steady as you go. Navigate with patience and resilience, trusting in your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. I was feeling that, group one, like maybe you've been through some challenges recently. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's grab a couple from the Shadow Work Oracle for you. I feel like you have, well, we'll get into it more, but I do feel like you've maybe been receiving some interference, distractions as you've been trying to move through this. Because I've tried to start it many times. It was quite interesting. It was just, yeah, I feel like you've been through some challenges. We'll get more into it as we go. What else? What's changing for group one? What's changing for group one? What do they need to hear? Hidden desires. Your deepest desires hold the seed of your potential. Longing, passion, and fulfilled are the key words. Let's get another one. Shadow dance. When you move shadows, you discover your rhythm. The key words are fluidity, movement, and open. Maybe you like to dance. As a side note, I kind of feel that here. I was actually working with that this morning, how dancing shifts your energy. Like if you are kind of stuck in your head. But this is okay, this is great. Fluidity, movement, open longing. What is changing? I'm feeling this deep from within. Like I said, you've been through some challenges. You've been through some shadow work. If that resonates, like had too deep. Been through some growth, some spiritual growth, emotional growth. What's changing for group 1? Please, Spirit. What do they need to know? What is changing for group 1? Communication is key. And oh my goodness, new moon in Gemini. And that's what we're in, the new moon in Gemini. That hardly ever happens in this deck. I hardly ever get the moon that we're in. That's amazing. Communication is key. Some of you might be a Gemini. Happy birthday if you are. So we are in Gemini season. Desire, shadow dance. Back of the deck is take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. All right, I'm excited to get into the tarot because I think this is giving us an overview of, because you're all going to be on different timelines with this, of course, but this is an overview of, I think, the energy you have been moving through, what is creating the soul change. There's something that has healed within your shadow. Something maybe from childhood, from the past in some way, and it's like literally you have integrated something, embraced something. Maybe there was something, you were carrying shame around something. Perhaps, take that if it resonates, but it feels like whatever is going on here has freed you, basically, to speak differently, live differently, think differently. Interesting. All right, I'm getting your tarot deck. Let's see, what are we going to use for group 1? Everything changed from yesterday. Interesting. I'm being guided to the True North Tarot. It's a deck created by my friend Leah. She's a very talented deck maker. She has created many decks now. And I have several of hers, but she's created a lot. And they're all amazing. So I forget the name of her publishing company right now, or else I would put it down. But if you look up the True North Tarot, you will see her business. The True North. So whatever is changing for you, group 1, you are changing, you're aligning, and like I said, more of your authentic self is birthing out. And there's something about rainbows here too, absolutely, with all that color, but life is going to become more colorful. I do want to find out what this communication is key more, but we'll get there. I want to see what the cards say here first, because so I feel like you maybe have been through a difficult time, and now you are either coming into that in-between time, or you are in the in-between time. And that can be a strange space. So take time to breathe out, Spirit is saying. Just trust that you are still transforming. Keep movement, fluidity, open. Stay open. I love this. When you move shadows, you discover your rhythm. So it's also, I feel like, about grounding, moving your body to help this energy move is what I'm feeling and hearing from that. So what is changing for group 1? This is so fascinating. Strength. Ooh, number 8. Major Arcana for Leo. Strength in the self. Perfect. And the star. Oh my goodness. I get so excited. Number 17. Aquarius. 2 major arcana when I say what is changing. Strength and the star. Oh my goodness. You're having the strength to overcome some really deep stuff within you that has been holding you back. Something big has shifted, and you are aligning, like I said, with True North. This is basically your star, your North Star, your destiny, your alignment, your happiest path. And you're having the strength to overcome your shadows and wounding and embracing parts of yourself that maybe you were casting out as unacceptable before. And you're healing. You're having this it's taking a lot of strength. There's no way to have a soul shift without this energy anyway. So I love seeing this for you. And some of you might have, it's interesting because I know a lot of, like, I was just talking to somebody about I know a lot of Leo, Aquarius, people who have that strongly in their chart. So maybe you do. And it creates a very spiritual, kind of like a spiritual intensity, in my opinion. And it is an energy to balance. This is very like, believe in your dreams, be confident in yourself, go after your dreams, like carrying like a frequency. That's what's shifting in your soul. That's what's changing for you, is you're having the strength to align with what it is that you desire, to having the strength to overcome your fears that were holding you back. You're changing into more of you, more of your true self. That's what's changing, is you. And so it's changing your alignment. It's bringing you into alignment, and it's also bringing you a lot of healing and hope and wish fulfillment, honestly. This is really beautiful. What else? What's changing for group 1? Please. The Knight of Swords. I just heard when that came out, you're going to be able to speak your truth, use your voice in a whole new way, communicate in a whole new way. For some reason, I feel like communication is key. Yeah, I feel like some of you are writers or speakers or teachers. You do something with your voice, perhaps, and you're about to like up level here. You might even step into a position where you're speaking to more people or reaching more people. Success on the internet, perhaps, for some of you. And it's taken a lot of strength to overcome your fears and limiting beliefs and even outward interferences and difficulties. Like I said, I've tried to do your reading a few times, and it's just been such a strange energy. I knew it wasn't aligned yet, and I'm glad to feel that this one does feel it. So communication, something here that's I'm getting that your communication style is even changing. What else is changing for group 1? What's changing for group 1? The 8 of Swords. Whoa, whoa. Judgment coming out, flipping out, jumping right out of the deck after that. This is another major arcana for Scorpio, number 20. Judgment. You're seeing, what's changing is you're seeing through. You're awakening to the truth here of the beauty of yourself, you're releasing yourself from fears and limiting beliefs. And anxiety, I am feeling a bit of anxiety, or like a need to defend yourself in some way. You're learning how to literally be in a different vibration where, your communication style is changing. You're being rebirthed here with Judgment. You're literally awakening to your old patterns of the way you used to approach life and communicate. Whatever is changing on a soul level with you is changing the way you relate to life. Steady as you go. You're not, maybe you used to be more reactive, or you found that you were being bogged down by triggers with people, and something within you is healed. You're having the strength to overcome whatever was holding you back in this area, whatever was limiting you, and you're rising up above it and transforming, which is amazing. With Judgment, Scorpio, transformation is what's happening of the self. 3 of Coins, beautiful, on the back of the deck. in this transformation of self ends up aligning you with people, places, and things that can collaborate with you in a way that is really beautiful and beneficial in your life, because you're in your more of your authentic vibration, and it is a higher vibration. It is a vibration of hope and belief in self, and not whatever these fears were that were almost chasing you down. I feel like you were having the experience of almost being chased down in the past by your own fears or difficult circumstances. But you learn to, I'm hearing even like communicate with those fears. So maybe some of you danced with your shadow through journaling or through therapy or shamanic healing or something, where you were able to see the light, you were able to see past the illusion that had been chasing you, the patterns that have been creating a blockage basically to more of you, your true self shining forth. And so you're moving, you're building, your life is building in a whole new way with the Three of Pentacles here, and it's beautiful. And so be patient with it is also what I'm getting with the Three of Pentacles. I'm hearing that some of you are, you know, you're releasing the old, so it's like you're, you know, taking out the trash in a way is what I heard. Like you're starting from scratch, you know, but we have the Three of Coins here, not the Ace. So you are at least in this place of building. That's what's changing. You're in a place of building a new timeline, a new life that actually leads into the direction of your true north, of your destiny, of your deepest desires. Wow. I actually want to get a little bit more. Page of Coins behind that. Definitely a new path, a new opportunity, a new beginning here. So if you're in a place of limbo, know that this is what's changing. There is going to be some sort of rebirth here. Some sort of communication is coming in, I believe, even for you, if that's what you've been waiting for as an opportunity. But whatever the case is, what's changing is your entire timeline. Your entire self, literally, like it's really beautiful. So things are changing on a lot of levels for you, but I want to get a little more for you. Tell me specifically, please, Spirit, more about this, even though I'm getting it here. What is this communication is key? If we can get just a little more for group 1 about what is communication is key. For group 1. The Fool. This card has been coming out a lot for me lately. 0, the very first major arcana. The Fool. I mean, some people think it could be the last two because it's 0, but it's the first to me. It represents Uranus energy. Thank you for those of you who told me that in the comments. The person who told me that out of the last reading, I could not remember. So, more Aquarius energy. Yeah, very much an ascension energy, a new timeline. Communication is key. Whatever is changing, it's like you're changing on a soul level. We've discussed that, and it's changing every aspect of your life. But I feel like there is this communication aspect here. There's something, it's going to be different for all of you, where you have to take a leap of faith, a risk, either on an offer that you're being given or by giving an offer, depending on your situation. And it's going to set you free, but it's It requires vulnerability. It requires faith. But you're going to do it. It's happening. So there is this communication coming in, if it isn't already here. Some sort of communication is changing with Judgment too. Look at all this major arcana. I mean, that's all. I'm trying to get a different message for you, something different. But the main message here, group 1, is that you are entering a whole new chapter in your life. Like, everything is changing kind of in a big way here. You are collaborating with others. You are building towards a future that will, what I was trying to say before, will lead to the 10 of Pentacles, will lead to your wish fulfillment, your abundance, your happiness, whatever it is you are manifesting in your life as stability. You're on the timeline for that, but that's what's changing. Whatever has shifted inside of you, whatever you've had the strength to work through, overcome, embrace, face, communicate, however this resonates for you, it is catapulting you into a brand new beginning. Literally like an awakening. We have Judgment here. We have the Fool. It's like a transformative metamorphosis mirage, steady as you go. Like, there's just this massive new beginning here with the Star too. Again, some of you, this might have to do with something you are sharing on the internet. I can't stop getting that message too, so I do want to bring that out, because that is a confirmation that this is a path that this change is going to lead you into building something really beautiful in your life. So yes, you are correct in that. Some of you are just looking for confirmation on that. And I'm hearing that your spirit guides, the universe, however you look at it, whatever energy you resonate with, is so proud of you. Because this was not easy. This is a change, and maybe you felt like you didn't have a choice in a way, but you did. We always have a choice. And you had the strength and resilience to move through whatever you had to move through to get to this new beginning. And Spirit's saying everything's changing, but you also have the courage. You had the courage to move through that difficult stuff. So trust that you have the courage to embrace a new beginning, even if you don't know what it's going to be. Like, you're leaping into the unknown, and it's an awakening, but it's going to lead you to wish fulfillment and away from the things that were holding you back in the past. So, wow, group 1, big changes for you, a whole new chapter. The 8 of Wands, yeah, a whole new chapter, and you're moving forward quickly. I was getting that when we pulled the new moon in Gemini. It's like it's happening right now. Like, you're moving. This is moving in your life right now. So if you haven't already felt this change, it's coming. And it might come in with communication. But you know that you have done and you are doing the work. And that's why it's here and coming. That is so beautiful. Wow. All right, let's get big changes. Feel free to let me know in the comments, because I know that's kind of vague, but I know that if you're watching this, you know exactly what it is. There's just so many people tuning in that this isn't super specific. It's just and it's like such a different, it's a timeline shift. I mean, it's an entire life shift. So for me to go into too much detail with it, we'd be here for like 3 hours, and that's a lot. Might be here for 3 hours anyway, but not on one group. After all 3 groups maybe, but anyway. So yeah, this is beautiful. So what I was going to say is, feel free to let me know in the comments how this resonates for you, because I am curious. I feel a lot of different energies here and a lot of different situations. So if this resonates with you and you are on this new chapter, this new timeline, feel free to share what that looks like and how that feels, because I know you all like to connect together in the comments too, that it is supportive, and I love that. Just appreciate it. All right, let's get into it more. We're gonna get some final oracles for this to wrap this up, and then I'm going to dive into the charms for you. I can't remember if I mentioned I'm going to do a charm reading in the beginning, in the introduction, but we're gonna do charms to close it out. Pillar of light, exactly. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Communication is key. And I was going to say that I'm feeling for a lot of you, this has to do with communication with the divine. So some of you, this is about, some part of your ascension path, like you're awakening to more gifts. You're becoming more intuitive, more psychic, more tuned in. And it's leading you into a whole new beginning, a whole new level of relating to the world and yourself. And that's really beautiful. But your vibration is rising. Like I've been saying from the beginning, we started with number 29 and 11. So you are ascending with the 8 of Wands. It's fast. The 8 of Wands often reminds me too of communication from spirit. So you are receiving, know that if you're in this take time to breathe out, kind of taking some time out to heal before this gets moving, just trust that you're receiving a lot of healing and downloads from the universe, that you are aligned. Look at that alignment. The pillar of light going through there is like you are ascending right now, group 1, in a really big way. That's what's changed. Your whole life's changing. I mean, that's like, it's just not so simple. Okay, for group 1, I keep trying, but it's just like, okay, your whole life. Yeah, but like I said, if you want to let me know how that resonates, maybe some of you are moving or changing a relationship or job or I don't know, big stuff, becoming a parent, becoming a grandparent, all kinds of stuff, moving to a different country, going on a vision quest. I don't know. But there's something big and transformational happening here, group 1. What else do they need to hear about this change? Align. I keep saying alignment. That's so funny. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. So I think this is what the question that you've been asking yourself, and if you haven't, I mean, that is a question that will help you move through this. Does this feel aligned? But that is what you're experiencing. I feel that strongly. So that's just more confirmation. And like I said, a question you can ask. Is this aligned? Does this need to change? Is it aligned, but just aspects of it need to change? So that's what you're up to. You're very much, and the full, you're awakening to what is important, what it is you do desire in the direction you want to go. But it's like you're also, what was I going to say? Oh, the Fool, when that person on the original tarot is taking a leap off of the edge of a cliff, he or she is not carrying any baggage, there's nothing to carry with. So it's like align your life, what needs to be let go of, what needs to change, what isn't working, what no longer serves me, essentially, because your vibration is rising. And as you rise onto this new path and take this leap, you need to feel light. You can't be carrying all this stuff with you. So that's just the message I'm getting from that. So let's get one more. Little advice as you go on this little journey here, well, big journey. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yes, I love that. So you are being guided, you are being assisted by angels and guides as well as ancestors, but specifically your ancestors. So some of you might be doing some like generational healing kind of stuff, clearing generational timelines, karma, things like that. And that is an big ascension journey. So if you are doing that, or you feel you're doing that, or you're doing that, know that your ancestors are supporting you and thanking you and loving you through this. On the back of the deck, oh, interesting, because on the back of this deck says take time to breathe out, and then this says take a break. This is a life's work, not a season. Get off of the treadmill. So many of you are needing to rest, being guided to rest right now. And look, we do have a new moon there. So it's a time of manifesting more with your mind and just feeling good in your body and resting. And because things are about to take off. The change is about to happen. So Spirit's saying, take the time to breathe out, rest, because, and in general, make that a practice in your life, taking time to breathe out and rest, because that helps keep us in alignment. That helps keep us, it's like regularly cleaning out your closet, regularly resting is a way we can communicate with we can listen, we can be available to communication from our higher selves and the divine. So I am getting that message that, as you birth onto this new timeline, incorporate rest as part of your, routine, you know, schedule it in, just like eating and sleeping, or like maybe you don't have to schedule it, but put it into your life as a regular experience, just like eating, drinking, sleeping, all of that. Okay, wow. So this is what's changing for you, group 1. Nothing small, that's for sure. And with all of this major arcana, it's just that just confirms, like, it's a soul level, soul deep change here, big change. So, wow. Let's get into your charms now. Like the video if you're liking it, please. It does help me and the channel grow. And I also just like to know if you're liking it. I really appreciate that energy exchange. All right, let's get into the charms for group 1. What do they need to hear? And what does group 1 need to hear about this change? I got too much last time and then not enough this time. For group 1, just a few more, please. Thank you. Okay. So we have the sunshine here, and it kind of reminds me of your card with all the different facets. Yeah, it's like you're going to just overall shine brighter here. You're happier. You're coming into a lot more happiness. Even if you were happy before, whatever you're stepping into is really, really in alignment, really going to light you up. And look there, and we have another, and that's that Leo energy too with the sun. So there is a lot of you being in your confidence, shining your light. We have another little crescent moon here. Yeah, again, with listening and communication, your intuition is on point. With the High Priestess energy here with the shell, you are very tuned into your intuition, to the psychic world. I'm hearing even. There's some for this ascension, whatever this gateway you're moving through, as you move into more alignment, more of your gifts are definitely coming online. You're becoming more intuitive. You're becoming more creative, more tuned in, more able to communicate with your higher self and the divine. I keep getting that. Yes. Communication is really healing for you. This is the circle and it's blue, so it reminds me of things healing. Whenever I see the circles, it's like healing, and this is with the throat chakra. So again, this expression of self, something is healing in a big way there. You're coming into wholeness, which is that ascension energy, 5D energy. And then this says hope, trust, love, and dream. Again, you're healing with the full circle. Hope, trust, love, and dream. And with the star here too, that energy, you do have, I'm sensing you do have a lot of faith, and it is paying off. I mean, if those of you who pray or meditate or manifest or work with magic, it's absolutely real. Like, you're being heard, you're being protected, you're being guided through this. There's a little black tourmaline stone, which I love black tourmaline. Working with that can help clear the shadows as well. It's a very good protection, spiritual protection, also good for clearing anything heavy. Really beautiful stone. And then we have more blue and a 4-leaf clover. So yes, there's a lot of luck here. So your expression is opening up this timeline, and it's bringing a lot of good fortune your way. I really feel that, and I don't even know if we got a card saying that, but I really feel that. Here's that angelic guidance, healing and transformation again with Temperance. Number 14, Sagittarius. And it's, yeah, alchemizing. You're healing the shadows and coming into the light, more of your true light, and you are being guided. It is a very spiritual expansion that is happening for you. And I just have no idea what this says. All right, I give up. I'm gonna take, I keep forgetting I'm gonna take the ones out that I can't read, because it's annoying for you and for me. I'm sure it's for you too. Okay, yep, that one's going somewhere else. All right, it's been retired from the charm bowl. All right, and then we have this little charm. This is beautiful, the heart and the hands, but this is a volunteer pin. So do feel like there's something here opening within your heart. Yeah, I feel like there's a generosity coming in for you. But also you're going, it's reciprocal. Have a heart. Yeah, your heart is opening, healing, expanding. There's some opportunity where you get to express or show this or communicate this in a new way, or someone else does. Take that as it resonates and it keeps coming out, that message. And then you have this cute little crown, because you are coming into your sovereignty as you come into more authenticity, as your soul light literally changes. What does that say? I didn't even notice that said something. Princess. Well, you don't have to be a princess, but maybe you are. Take it as it resonates. Allow the universe to give you that princess treatment. However, oh, and another new moon, really beautiful. This looks like the one that hangs in this direction. So either way, whatever. More intuitive guidance for sure. This energy of being deeply and intuitively connected to the divine. As I pull out another angel for you, maybe you resonate as an earth angel, but I do feel like you are very divinely guided, very hooked, very connected. Maybe some of you are musicians. The musical symbol here. So maybe music is important in your life, and this is, with all this blue, it wouldn't surprise me, and all the water energy of expression through, art, creativity, but maybe it's literally through your voice and through song, because I do feel that here. So know that is going to set you free in a big way and take you into a level of being, shining in your life, being a star in your life, and whatever it is, in whatever way aligns with you and you desire. And it's your heart expanding that leads you into this. It's this expression. No more like releasing any kind of holding back or shame around that. You're being set free. For others of you where you're not musicians or singers or anything like that, it's just about expressing more of your authentic self in life, in the way that you talk, in the way you dress, in the way you show up in general. So that is really a beautiful upgrade for you. And then we have this horse here, which reminds me of the Chariot. It's like you will be successful moving forward. You have learned how to come into balance in your life, how to overcome your shadow and make it work for you in a way. Learn from it, integrate it, and use it as protection and power, instead. And that's what we do as we heal and ascend. It just brings you more into your sovereignty. So I love that for you. And what is this? Some of these charms, I just don't even know what they are. Wait, we go this way? Huh. I think it's some sort of animal, perhaps? Yeah, it looks like an animal. Like a rabbit. It's a rabbit. Wow. Kind of odd shape for a charm, but a little rabbit. So yeah, I feel like you are overcoming your fears through all of this. You're no longer hiding your light and being fearful and timid. Hugs. We got a hug here. I hear the universe is sending you a big hug. Your guides and angels are so proud of you for doing this big healing, this big shift. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of heart to do this. But also, I just heard that you give a really, maybe people have told you give a very nice, oh, I was holding that upside down, sorry. That you give a really big, beautiful hug. Some people are good huggers. That's what I'm trying to say. You're a good hugger is what I'm hearing. So maybe people have told you that. And then we have the pink little starfish here. So it's like your heart is healing. When I see the starfish, I think of its sensitivity and its ability to heal and regenerate. And with it being pink, it's like have a heart, your heart is definitely healing, and that's why your soul is changing and things are changing for you. You're able to align with more of your truth as your heart heals. And then there's this little wrench. And I feel like that's just speaking about how you've been working on yourself. And yeah, that how it's been, you now have tools that you didn't have before. And you're moving forward on a whole new chapter with a lot of stability and a lot of gifts. And it has a lot of promise for abundance. It's a big change, group one. So really beautiful. Here's a close-up of your charms. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope these messages were helpful for you. I appreciate your time and energy. I am available for personal readings if you would like to dive deeper into your own situation, and that link is in the description box below. It will take you to my website where you can choose from many different types of readings, or a healing session, light language activations, many different options. And my website is all about my body of work if you're interested in that. So those links are in the description box below. Thank you for being here with me, Group 1. I'm sending you so much love and many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose card number 2, the Father, with the rainbow Moonstone. I think you can see which side you can see the little rainbow there. Maybe I have to turn it around. There it is, right here. So beautiful. I love this stone. Welcome, Group 2. Thank you for joining me here for this reading for this new moon in Gemini. We're going to be looking into what is changing for you. And we're going to look into the oracles and the tarot, and we're going to close your reading out with the charm reading. So stick around for the charms if you enjoy that part. And for those of you who love the charms, they're in every moon phase reading. It's hit or miss on the other readings, but they're definitely in the moon phase readings. So for you, Group 2, first of all, you have a 2, which is really interesting. 2-2 might be a significant number right off the bat. It is an angel number. It is a master number. This is a really interesting card. This card talks about, you know, the archetype of, this is the Wild Unknown archetype deck. And it talks about the light and the dark aspects of the Father, and how this archetype can never really escape either polarized end. And you know how children eventually see their father as human. They get disappointed, or the father is absent or neglectful or disappears, or, you know, does something disappointing or hurtful. And so that letdown, you know, is the abandonment feeling, the absent feeling of the father. But then the light aspect is the protector, the guardian, the masculine, just the strength, the support. So there's this supportive end, and then there's this other end where leaving you unsupported. So this, in this card, they talk about the book, She talks about the balance, how this is an ongoing experience of a pattern, to look at this as more of an archetypal pattern rather than something personal. So that is how we're starting off your reading, Group 2, in terms of what is changing for you right now. So that's really interesting. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to look. We're going to get into more, of course, but I am feeling that there might be, you know, it might be relevant, a father, something, whatever's changing might have to do with either you being a father or directly with your father, or just something that you know that you have like inherited or experienced from your father's line is something that's changing for you right now. So let's see, let's get more into it. Again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time and your energy and your trust for me to give you your reading. This is a general collective reading. Take only what resonates. If it doesn't make sense, it's just probably for somebody else. Okay, so let's look more into what this means, Spirit. What is changing for the beautiful Group 2? Oh, okay, wow. Wasn't expecting to get that. Commit to the journey. With determination, go all in for the long term. Your steadfast focus will bring lasting rewards. Interesting. Commit to the journey, go all in. Let's see what else jumped out. I really don't want, I was like, should I put those back? I really don't want to. Ooh, rising flames. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. Wow. Commit to the journey and this purpose. Scales of balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. Beautiful. Wow, something big is changing. I mean, I kind of alluded to that, I guess, in the introduction and with all the astrological shifts that are happening, but I feel that for this collective. Something big is changing. Choose wisely is on the back of the deck. It says decisions shape your path, mind, challenge. Oh, I'm sorry. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey. Again with the journey. Okay, so, I'm sure that we're going to get way more messages with the tarot, but I do feel like we're talking about your masculine energy, whether you are a female or a male, or however you resonate, an alien or whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, there's something here you're balancing within this father energy of yourself. Maybe you have, in the past, sabotaged your journey, your purpose, like had whatever it is in your life that you are working towards grounding and stabilizing in, that you want, that you are passionate about. Maybe there has been an imbalance in your masculine energy where you were protecting and supporting this journey and this path and this purpose, but then would swing into the pattern of sabotaging, of abandoning, of disappointing yourself. So something is changing is what I'm feeling, coming into balance and relevance to that for you. There might be more layers to that father energy, but that's what I'm getting for now for you. Let's see, we're going to get a couple of these shadow work oracle cards. What is changing for group 2? I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Self-sabotage. Procrastination, negative self-talk, and fear of failure undermine your success. Overcoming and resilience are the key words. Yes, so some there's a level of self-sabotage in this father pattern, this masculine energy when it's not healthy, is absent, disappointing, self-serving. So procrastinations, negative self-talk, and fear of failure are what are undermining your success to a certain degree. And I believe that this is changing. You're changing these self-sabotaging ways. That's what's changing. You're coming into balance. This is great. What else? Healing your masculine. Oh, this just jumped out. Embrace the void. You're the potential. Your true potential is waiting to be discovered. Just like we were saying, your purpose. The masculine energy is the energy that goes after the purpose in life. Your true potential is waiting to be discovered. And so the keywords are emptiness and creative power. Balancing right on there. Embrace the void. She's balancing on that toadstool. So again, there's just a lot of energy of... Yeah, and it's like embrace the void. Trust. I think maybe some of this self-sabotage came from a fear of, that you wouldn't be able to stabilize whatever was next. Just not trusting yourself. And this is something that's changing. On the back of the deck, we have unseen patterns. Change your thoughts. Change your life. Beliefs and reprogramming. That is what is changing for you. And I believe it has to do with this father energy. The 2-2 is coming into balance as well. Like a 2 in your group 2, 22 is a balance and stability. as it adds up to a 4, 4 is about creating foundation and stability. So you're releasing yourself. That's what's changing. You're choosing wisely with this on the back of the deck too. Overcoming these beliefs that were operating unconsciously, where you were sabotaging yourself. Spirit, I don't think, is saying that you were intentionally sabotaging yourself. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we know we're sabotaging. But I feel like this is more healing a pattern, and maybe it is from your father's line or something with your father. Take it as it resonates. But you're healing this pattern that was pretty unconscious to you, pretty unavailable for you to work with until whatever this change is that's happening. So that's really great. Let's see what other details we can get for you. I was drawn to the Light Seers Tarot for you. This is one of those big decks. I mean, it's not that big. It's probably an average size deck, but for my hands, see, I can do it this way, but it's like a bit intense. So I do, if you see me side shuffling a lot, that is why. Because my hands are kind of small. Okay, so for, not that any of that matters, but for group 2, what is changing for them, please? Tell us more. What is changing for group 2, please, Spirit? What do they need to hear? Oh, see, I just was saying 4, and this is so beautiful, the 4 of Wands. What's changing is a whole new foundation. And I was seeing the 3 of Cups when I started to shuffle, and I heard celebration time. And look, these are celebrating. The 4 of Wands is also a celebration. There is something here. That's the change. You are moving into this milestone, whatever it is that, since you've been committing to the journey, I'm hearing that a lot of you have been balancing and healing and committing to the journey, healing these unseen patterns, and it's bringing you into a place of stability and like a whole new foundation in your life, a new gateway. What else is happening for group 2? The Emperor. Beautiful. There's that Father. This is the masculine. How interesting. Number 4, major arcana for Aries. So 4s are very relevant here. 2s are very relevant here. 4, 4, 2, 2. 4, 4 with it. So, some of you, I can't deny this is here, some of you might consider yourself to be on a soulmate journey or a twin flame journey. And as you're healing this, you don't have to resonate with that, by the way, but that is definitely here with the 4 of Wands and the masculine energy. It's like you're healing, as you're healing aspects of your own masculine, the father self, the part of you that protects you, that goes after your dreams and your purpose, that has the confidence and belief in self to take these journeys and risks, to build the stability, to believe in it, to commit to what you believe in. That, as that's healing for some of you, you're basically coming into a place of union with self. You're balancing this out, and what the change is going to bring you into a lot of stability in your life. However that looks for you. If you are on that divine counterpart journey, you're coming into union with divine masculine in yourself and potentially outside of yourself. So just take that as it resonates. With commit to journey here, I did feel that right away, and the flames coming out. I mean, it's kind of definitely here for some of you. That, but for others who do not resonate with those messages around divine counterparts and love, this is about you know, coming through a major milestone in your life. That's something that you were trying to build for yourself, like that you've wanted for a long time. You're finally doing it. You're finally releasing yourself from these old patterns, these unseen patterns of sabotage, coming into your power with the Emperor, coming into your strength and stability, going after what you want and being very successful at it. So this is really beautiful, and that can resonate if the divine counterpart message resonates too, of course. Okay, so what is changing for group 2? Please, Spirit. And I was thinking that with the 2, like relationships. And with the Four of Wands, that is implied in the sense of like, even if this isn't about a divine counterpart, this is something, you know, that will benefit all the areas of your life, including relationships. Because that makes sense, right? As we heal relationship to self, it is a mirror outward, where then we have better relationships with others in our lives, friends, family, community, whoever. For group 2, how are they changing? What do they need to know? More masculine energy, the King of Pentacles. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You don't have to be. You're coming into a place of, where you have stability, strength, abundance. Like this is really beautiful. So for those of you where it's not about coming together with a husband or a divine counterpart or a partner in some way, a masculine, doesn't have to be a husband. This is about this loyalty to self that you have healed, this commitment you have made to your journey, to your healing journey, to what it is you desire in life, is bringing you through this portal into a whole new foundation of stability and feeling very comfortable in your life, secure, very protected in the positive energy of the masculine. This is really beautiful. All right, what else is coming for group 2? What is changing for them? This is amazing. I love this. The Eight of Swords. This came out for group 1. How interesting. So you're being released from fears and limiting beliefs, voices maybe from, like we talked about, the past perhaps, of like, you can't do this, or you're not worthy of that, or, you know, whatever creates our procrastination patterns, our unseen patterns of old outdated belief systems within us, negative self-talk. This is a whole lot of negative self-talk in the head, being stuck in the head. And, you know, this card was talking about you're moving into the heart with this one, I believe. Yeah. So you were in your head about this, or you are right now, and this is going to be changing in a very big way. What else? And this is what self-sabotage you. Like maybe in the past you have come up upon this positive father energy before, this positive masculine energy, and then got in your head about it. And you're, you know, and now it's like the change is, maybe you're going to go into your head a little bit, but you're going to remember, because of what you've learned, because you have learned how to embrace the void and heal whatever it is that wants to heal here. However, you're choosing wisely this time. You're choosing not to believe these thoughts. You're choosing to, it's like all the healing work you've done, whatever you've been doing. I feel like a lot of you have been working on yourselves in one way or another. This commitment to the journey, you know, you haven't given up on bringing balance to this, because you want whatever this Four of Wands is. You want this portal, you want this foundation, you want this new beginning, this, or reunion, whatever it is. You want this marriage or baby or new home or new job, or just celebration of a new timeline, of a new portal in your life, of a new foundation. Maybe you're moving, like I said, whatever it is. It's like, what's changing is you're not going to allow yourself to stay stuck in your head. So that's a message coming through too. Know that if you do go into your head again, as this changes, you're like, oh, I'm like defeating my self-sabotaging patterns. I'm doing it. I'm succeeding. I'm breaking through these portals, coming into my power. And then all of a sudden the pattern, right, of all of a sudden that feeling is gone, absent. And now the self-sabotaging thoughts are coming in, and like, well, maybe it's not happening. Maybe, well, when is the other shoe going to drop? You know, whatever. But this time the change is, I'm hearing, you're not going to stay there. You have learned, you have transformed quite a bit of energy that you needed to transform with the scales of balance. So know that if that comes in, if you get stuck in your head, you've got it now. You're not going to get trapped in that. You now see the bigger picture. You now believe the wisdom of your heart, not just the voices in your head, which a lot of those voices I'm hearing are tied to the past. So if you did have, by chance, a father or a father figure in your life that was highly critical, brought you, you know, made you think a lot of self-defeating thoughts and things like that, You're healing and releasing that. You are rewriting those father voices and becoming your own father and giving, and or channeling the father of the universe, like the archetypal, loving, divine, unconditionally loving energy of source. That is balancing something in your heart. There's something you're healing here that's so beautiful from the past. You're rewriting those voices, those beliefs. That's what's changed. That's why things are changing for the better. This is why you're going to finally reach this milestone that you've been wanting to reach, or reunion, or celebration, whatever it is for you. You're choosing wisely this time, and you're breaking free of the old patterns that were keeping you stuck in your head. Yep, see, death to that right after the Eight of Swords. Those are gone. You're rebirthing. You're cleaning the slate of any old belief. Look, this one says reprogramming. You're literally reprogramming your belief system into one where is more balanced and more abundant, more stable, capable, more of the positive aspects of the father energy. You're healing your masculine energy, which is also more in the head. 5 of Wands. Whoa. That jumped into my lap in reverse. I feel that's significant. It's also a release of any kind of conflict or competition that you've had outside of you. As you heal whatever this is, there's a change here and a new beginning where you're not going, or maybe this was just conflict within you, but you're going to feel confident and like you don't need to prove anything. Like there's nothing to fight for. You're just trusting showing up for yourself and protecting your peace, staying in balance, following your passions, following your heart is going to bring you a lot of happiness. It's like this release of feeling like you're in competition, or someone or something is trying to destroy you or will destroy you, or you have to prove something. I feel that energy here, like there's a death to that as well. And that's some of the thoughts, or comparing to others too. Although that feels more like a feminine kind of energy, but maybe not, I don't know. But there's this, like, I'm also getting like there's no more, when you're out of what you're going to see is as you reprogram yourself into balance and more peace and stability here, that releasing whatever it is that you're releasing from your shadow, you're going to see that there's nothing to fight for, there's nothing to fear, and there's nothing that needs to be proven or fought for. Amazing. The High Priestess, who is also number 2. This is Pisces, the energy of Pisces. This is a very deeply, divinely, spiritually guided journey that you're on with this commit to the journey. You're being intuitively guided. With death here too, if I didn't say it, number 13, this is Scorpio energy. You are transforming the darkness of the past, these patterns that were sabotaging you, these lower vibrational belief systems and thoughts that were not kind to you, that made you feel less than when you were around others. You're now, the change is you're now seeing the light. You're rebirthing yourself in a new balanced way where you're committed to, I'm hearing self-love and stability, protecting yourself. And it is opening up divine guidance in your life as well. Like you're choosing wisely and more wisely now because you've released the distortion from overthinking and the old belief systems that were outdated, and it has allowed for more divine connection with the High Priestess. And shame, I'm hearing. Secrets from the past and shame. You've healed it. You've alchemized it. You've balanced it out. You've forgiven whoever, yourself or someone else. And there's been a deep spiritual healing here with Scorpio and the High Priestess. Death and the High Priestess. And this transformation is bringing you into a place of power, foundation, confidence, like happy, like a thriving foundation or new experience of some kind, or of stability in your life, however it resonates. You've healed the wounds of the father in a way, regardless of how that shows up in your life. And it's catapulting you into a whole new foundation, portal opening, like timeline. And I was getting that with group 1 too, and I'm not surprised. And with choose wisely, again with the high priestess, like you're learning how to choose, not from here, not from the mind spinning through old belief systems and outdated thoughts and self-sabotaging ideas, but through connecting to the divine and quieting the mind. You have to quiet the mind in order to receive true guidance. And this is something that has been transforming within you and releasing you from conflict and self-sabotaging ways from the past. So you're choosing from your intuition as part of how you're now choosing wisely. And these unseen patterns are being reprogrammed because you are tapping into your beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, in a new way. And it is creating a major shift in your life and a major portal opening. 1111 with the Four of Wands. This is an ascension gateway. So it's interesting because this message came out for group 1 too. So I do believe it's a collective energy of you are ascending. That's what's changing for you. Like your whole life in a lot of ways. Like there's a milestone you're breaking through. You're creating a whole new foundation and purpose and balance in your life because you've overcome these patterns of self-sabotage and whatever unseen patterns from the past that were holding you back. You've aligned with your higher self in a new way, and you're now defeating some of these patterns from the masculine cycle of the father. I'm hearing you're no longer abandoning yourself. You're no longer believing the fears, the lies, and the self-deprecation that was maybe there for some of you in the past. It's not for everyone. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Let's get into your final oracle messages here. So this is what's changing for you. That's what I was going to say for group 1. It was also a really big change, like a life change, a timeline shift. And that's what I was saying. We are in an ascension upgrade. We are in a timeline shift. I was watching the astrologer Pam Gregory. Some of you watch her on YouTube. She is amazing. If you are interested in astrology, I love her personally. But she was saying something about these changing times we're in right now. We haven't experienced this since something like 4,000 and something BC. So, wow. So I'm not surprised we're having major timeline shifts here. These are deep changes. Fundamental changes. I mean, group 1 was the self, which is essentially like the soul. And then we have the father for group 2. And I know I haven't channeled group 3 yet, but it's the mother. And the father and the mother are both on the central axis of the archetypes. It's like these fundamental aspects of self are changing right now. What is changing for group 2? And it's creating ascension upgrades and consciousness upgrades. It's amazing. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Yes, it does. And you're going to celebrate. It's going to be transformative in a big way. A whole rebirth here. A spiritual path. Like this is part of your spiritual purpose. Whatever path you're walking right now. And if you think it doesn't look spiritual, everything is spiritual. We are divine beings having a spiritual... we are spiritual beings, divine beings having a human experience, an earthly physical experience. And what do you need to release? The waning moon. From the past, yeah. You are. Whatever you're reprogramming, whatever unseen patterns you're releasing. So a question you can keep asking yourself through this new moon, as we're in this powerful super moon energy, as you're entering this ascension gateway and healing the divine masculine within you, regardless of your gender. It's amazing. What do you need to release? What's in the way? Is there anything left in the way still? personal issue reaches resolution. That's what's happening, like I said. Let's get one more from this deck, please. Whoa, okay. Emotions are running high, supermoon. You do have quite a bit of water here, so yes. This might be this change. I think it does create a lot of intensity. With emotions are running high, there's an intensity to what's with Scorpio here too, to this shift in the High Priestess. There's something deep happening here, and it is stirring your emotions, but that's okay. That is part of the flame here too, the rising flame, this energy of passion leading you forward, not your fears holding you back. Take time to breathe out. This was also in group 1, back of the deck. Interesting. Disseminating moon. So yes, this is big. What do you need to release? Trust this experience. You are being led. Take time to breathe out if you need to breathe. Sorry. If you're feeling overwhelmed. So we're going to get into the charms after the work your light messages. We'll just get a couple of these. For group 2, please, what's changing for them? What do they need to know? What's changing for group 2? The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Yes. In a big way, whatever you've been through, that you've overcome, that you have transformed, know that it was happening to bring you into this place that you're coming into now, this 4 of Wands, this beautiful celebration of life, of coming into your power and stability. It was all so that you could heal these unseen patterns from the past, so that you can truly unfold and bloom in your life in the way that you were meant to, I'm hearing. What else? And emotions are running high around all of that, it feels like. What else for group 2, please, Spirit? What else do they need to hear about what's changing for them? Whoa. Oh, I knew that was going to come out again. That's really interesting. This also came out in group 1. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So you have 2 questions coming out. What do you need to release? And what is not aligned or needs to change? Because what is changing for you is you are coming into alignment. So what else needs to be released within you or in your life? I feel like you're already in the momentum of it. It is being released. So know that whatever is happening, whatever's releasing in your life, it is helping bring you into alignment in a new way. It's just like this ever unfolding rose. It's happening to bring you into something even greater in your life, like something that is your purpose and your divine alignment. This is a spiritual journey, and that's why you have figured that out, I believe, and you're committing to this journey and releasing anything that is holding you back from it or not aligned with it, including your unseen patterns and any self-sabotaging ways that maybe you have been experiencing and maybe weren't conscious of until this like started to move through your life in whatever form that things shook up. Awakening, just as I say that, whatever caused this awakening. So energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And that's why it says take time to breathe out. That's the integration. You might feel like you need a lot more rest as all this change comes in for you, because this is foundational change and this is deep work and deep soul change. So you are awakening. You're, just like I said from the beginning, and with you getting the 1111 card, I mean, from that beginning, I might have been feeling it from something else, I don't remember, but 44 is also a very special number, as I mentioned. 44 is like angelic protection. So the masculine, you are protected, and you're figuring out how to align your life with this beautiful energy of stability, confidence, and protection, which is the light side of the masculine. So I'm excited for you, group 2. This is a big deal, and this is a really big if this is a change for you, this is a beautiful upgrade, a beautiful change. So know that you're on a spiritual path with the High Priestess on the back of the deck too. You're spiritually awakening right now. That if it's difficult, that's why. But it is about to get easier. It's about to be something that you're celebrating in a really big way. So that's a change that you don't see coming perhaps even. But that's what's changing for you, group 2. Oh, and look, there's even a new moon there. So I feel like, yeah, you're going through an activation right now through this new moon in Gemini. So if you're doing some journaling or some inner work, you can maybe look at like what is aligned, what needs to change, and what do I need to release still. And also give yourself the time for integration, for rest, for relaxation, so that you can be available for the movement when it's time to move in a new way. All right, awesome. This is really great messages. I love it, group 2. Thank you. And please like it if you're liking it and it resonates. It does help me a lot and help the channel. The channel is growing, and I am so grateful for all of you and all of your energy exchanges. It is thanks to you. I could not be doing this without you, obviously. So I appreciate you so much and all that you give, and it's always an honor and a pleasure. If you're new here, thank you. I hope you enjoy this and will consider subscribing. So, all right, let's get into your charms to close out your reading, group 2. What does group 2 need to hear, Spirit, about what is changing for them? That also came out in group 1, this hoop, full circle, wholeness, healing in a very big way. Like I said, union, reunion with self, a very big healing, a cycle. And this says dream, hope, trust, and love. You're raising your frequency. She believed she could, so she did, and that you are. Whether you were a she or not, doesn't matter. You believe you're stepping into your power, releasing yourself from old limiting beliefs and fears and all of that. It's so beautiful, group 2. That's what's changing. Beautiful, just as I say that. Yes, it is beautiful. And you are beautiful, no matter your gender. You're beautiful inside and out, I'm hearing. And just as I say that, here's the Earth Angel symbol or charm. Earth Angel. You maybe resonate as an Earth Angel. Wouldn't surprise me. So yes, this is, you're ascending. And here's another, you are angelically guided and protected. You are, whether you're a divine counterpart, twin flame, whatever the story, whether you're any of that, it is your destiny. I feel like you are a very spiritual person. With the High Priestess here, you might be psychic, you might be a healer, you might be a starseed, a light worker. I feel that strongly in this group, and you are healing something very significant inside of you, and that's reverberating out into the collective through your family generational timelines, but also just through the collective in general, because that's the vibration you carry. And so if it's been challenging, you've been alchemizing, you're a powerhouse. I'm hearing a spiritual powerhouse, group 2. So trust in yourself. Look, just as I say that, I'm noticing the young and strong charm, and like, yes, you are this timeless being. So no matter what age you are, no matter how strong or weak you feel, you're strong internally. Like your soul is strong, your soul is timeless. And so really connecting, really honoring that part of yourself, because you are about to move from that space, not the space of the head or the conditioning or the fear, anyone else's or even your own. Wow. So here's that wing for you are being angelically protected, number 44. Here's a coin. I feel like in this case, this is representing the Ace of Pentacles, that you are being offered a fruitful, abundant blessing of a new path as this doorway, gateway of the Four of Wands opens up for you. It will be fruitful. It will be abundant, I'm hearing Spirit say. No matter how much abundance you already have, more is coming in for you. You're getting more grounded in your life with this little turtle here. This turtle always reminds me of Mother Earth. You are ascending, but you're becoming like very stable and grounded and abundant in your life, which is what the ascension is actually all about right now. Like in these time periods, I don't know what it was about, you know, whenever, a long time ago, but the times we're in, it is about being more embodied, being more soul embodied, and that shining more of your light with the star here by being able to integrate your shadows. This is a black star. So it always reminds me of you're shining brighter because you've been able to release and alchemize pain of the past, do the healing work. You are, if you are, like, I do feel like you are aligned with that you're an older soul, at least, however you resonate, but you're becoming more safe in your body and safe on the planet. And that's a really beautiful thing. I can really relate to that. And this says every journey, again with the journey, every journey starts with one step. And you are doing it. You have committed to it. And it's paying off, or it's about to. That's the change. You've committed. This journey is one step at a time. Believe in yourself. Here we have the bicycle with the little hearts in the tires, and this always reminds me of the chariot and moving forward from your, you know, with a balanced heart and head, which the chariot represents, you know, balancing the shadow and the light within you, your head and your heart, obstacles, difficulties, overcoming, being successful and aligned. Again, you're moving forward powerfully and successfully because you're now coming into greater alignment and balanced with your heart and your head. This is beautiful. What is this? More money. Yeah, so the coin, I was thinking that with that too. You're definitely on a new path of abundance, and that's actually going to bring you physical money as well. That's great. I gotta get these little strings out of here, but maybe there were, strings from the past, soul ties, maybe to the father or the father line or a fatherly figure. Something here that you have learned from, that you're alchemizing, that you're healing, that you're balancing within yourself, some sort of beliefs that you were tied to from the past with this little string, like tied to. Could have been family. Like I said, there's something here about generational healing and family ties. And then there's this beautiful little, and this came out in group 1 too, interestingly, turquoise hoop. So you're healing your throat chakra. You're healing your ability to express yourself clearly and honestly, and express who you are in the world, to be confident in who you are. It's like you now have a new key with this key here. I feel like you have received downloads, literally light codes, keys that have helped you and will continue to, it's like you found the key, whatever it is here. Yeah, I'm hearing with this High Priestess, something within you has unlocked within your subconscious mind that has allowed you to see these unseen patterns in a greater light, has given you the ability to see past the limitations and the fears and to see through the patterns and be successful in creating a new beginning and a new foundation. And that's the change. And that's a really awesome group too. I'm excited for you. This is powerful. And hard work. So congratulations, and it's happening. If you're not already feeling this change, it is right around the corner. There's a close-up of your charms. Thank you so much for being here with me, group 2. I appreciate you. I hope the messages were helpful for you in some way. And again, thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting if you feel guided. I do really appreciate it. And even just being here to the end of the video is like an energy exchange. So thank you for that as well. And if you're interested in diving into your own personal situation, I am available for personal readings, and that link is in the description box below. It will take you to my website where you can choose from many different types of readings and healing sessions, light language activations, lots of different things to look at there, including my body of work. My website is all about my body of work. So if you're interested in that, those links are in the description box below. And thank you again, group 2. I appreciate you so much. And this is a beautiful change. I'm sending you so much love, many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose card number 1, the Mother, along with the pink Scolecite palm stone. Kind of a unique piece. I really love it. Welcome group 3. Thank you for joining me here for this new moon in Gemini pick a card reading. In today's reading, we're going to look at what is changing for you. Astrologically, there are big changes happening across the board, not just the new moon in Gemini. It is a super moon though, by the way. It is powerful. If you missed the introduction, I wanted to share that with you. So we're going to look into what's changing here. This is very interesting that you got the mother, considering that group 2 got the father. So I thought that was crazy when that came out that way. So I'm interested to get into your reading and see what's changing for you. There's a lot of, I have a feeling we're in a, now that I've done group 1 and 2, I feel strongly that collectively we are in major timeline shifts. I know that that's been happening for months, but it really has. And things are changing on a lot of levels in our lives. And this is why we keep being guided to look into these topics and see what it is and what we need to know about it, because they're really big changes and ascension upgrades, especially for this collective, for those of you who resonate with me and these readings and all of the stuff I bring to the channel, the light language, all the stuff. You know, you are on an ascension path. You are growing and evolving spiritually and healing all the time. So this is a really big time period for that. So I feel an ascension energy here collectively. I'm just going to let you know that right away. The mother is the feminine energy, the archetypal feminine, divine feminine. Reminds me of the Empress in the tarot. Number 1, the beginning, you know, the birthing. So let's get into it more for you. We're going to look at oracles and the tarot, and I'm going to close your reading out with a charm reading. So if you like the charms, stick around for those. Don't miss that at the end. So you're the only group 3 that got a second card, and that is number, I think it is 62 in this deck. I'm trying to get better at the Roman numerals, but it's the empty room. So this coming out with the mother is very interesting. We're going to get in a lot more energy out to see what the messages are here, but the empty room, you know, the mother in its upright energy and its balanced energy is nurturing and loving, generative, abundant, all those things, supportive. But when it is in its reverse, or, you know, darker aspects of the mother, which it is a cycle. So this is the archetype deck. So we're looking at this as a pattern more than a person, but we can be looking at a person as well, you know, as it resonates in the reading. But seeing this as a pattern is more the archetypal energy of being in this place of nurturing and generative, abundant energy, this energy of flow. And then the flip side of it being clinging and limited and fearful of loss and lack. So interesting energy here with what's changing. And then the empty room can be about seeing this empty room as potential, or seeing it as a void that sucks you in. The darker aspects of this card talk about addiction and you know, self-sabotage and like being sucked in, more of like addiction sabotage, of like more and more, and looking for, trying to fill an empty void with things that aren't sustainable. And then the positive aspect of this card is seeing the potential in that emptiness, not getting sucked into it, but seeing the vastness, the spaciousness of that creative space. So very interesting coming out with the mother for a lot of different reasons. So we're going to put this here as far as, and see what's changing for you, group 3. So that is your beginning energy. We're going to look at the Clarifying Life Situations Oracle and see what else wants to come through for you. And then the Shadow Work Oracle, and then we're going to get into the tarot. I think we might need the tarot, but let's see what else wants to come through. What else does group 3 need to know about what is changing for them right now? Divine flow, the mother, the feminine, that's so funny. Divine flow. Let go of attachment to the outcome and let the universe bring gifts. Beautiful. Open arms, the potential, the empty room. So what else? Let's get one more from this deck for what is changing for group 3. For group 3, please, Spirit, what is changing? Real promise. Release the claims of the, release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. Interesting. And that's what that Mother card talks about. In reverse, it is about limitation. In the upright, it is about abundance. And this room talks about, in the reverse, it's about basically an endless pit, an endless unsatiable void. And when it's in the upright, it's about potential and abundance. So you're getting these like synchronistic messages out here. Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. And this talks about letting go of attachments to outcome, because the universe wants to bring you a gift. Wow. Okay. The back of the deck is release and renew. Again, embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal, allowing new energy to shape your path. Wow. Amazing. Okay. Let's get a couple from the Shadow Work Oracle. Oh, what is changing? So I think you're about to set yourself free on some level, or something's about to set you free from maybe past limiting beliefs. Let's see. What else? Ooh, what is changing for group 3? Oh no, there's like a saw in the background. It'll go away in a minute. Face inner demons. Don't be afraid of the darkness. There's a light nearby. Transform, integrate. See, you hear that in the back. It's pretty far away. I hope you can't hear it too loudly, but I'm living around people. I'm living back in somewhat city setting for my small town, but just like everybody's always doing something. That's the thing about humans, right? Everybody's always doing something. All right, so what else? For what is changing for group 3? Seductive allure. Ooh. Instant gratification, which is this empty room. Interesting. Instant gratification blinds you to the consequences. Craving, promises, and hidden. And this says real promise. Releasing this false promise of the past and basically being open to the flow of life that is actually the promise, the real promise. The flow of the divine through your life, like life force energy, following your passions, nurturing yourself, freeing yourself. Look at her arms, this one's arms are wide open too, like her heart is open to receive this energy. And same with this one. Fascinating. You're facing inner demons, so changes are happening. I think you're releasing yourself from, just like group 2 was releasing themselves from the lower vibrational frequencies of the father archetype. You, I think, are balancing and releasing yourself from these lower vibrational frequencies. And I'm not being judgy, I'm just describing, you know what I'm talking about, I hope, of the mother. And so this is really amazing. And maybe some of you are doing both, working on your inner and masculine and feminine. Maybe you resonated with group 2 as well, or were drawn to it. But you are transforming on a very deep level, some sort of pattern around not enoughness, not ever having enough, or like an insatiability, promises, false promises, chasing false promises, being seduced by that even. Wow. So, take it as it resonates, of course, but this is changing into the healthy divine mother energy, the healthy feminine, whatever your gender is. We all have these energies within us. So this is your inner feminine, however you are gender identified, that you're healing. You're learning how to be in the flow of life and being filled up by, the real promises and real commitment and real potential and possibility in life, not the seductive allure of instant gratification and things like that. And you're really having to face because you have faced some inner demons around this is transforming. And I'm hearing that you're no longer afraid of it like you used to, and you don't feel the need to cling to the past anymore. This is what's changing. What else is changing for group 3? Self-compassion. Beautiful. I love that. Embracing imperfections helps you find strength. And the keywords are growth mindset, and resilience. It's through self-compassion that you've been able to face these demons, through the positive energy of the feminine, of nurturance and acceptance and unconditional love and growth, like the key components for growth. Shedding illusions is on the back of the deck. The first step is awareness. The second is acceptance, and that's what's happening. And the key words are reality, honesty, and self-love. Self-compassion, self-love, these are the very positive aspects of the feminine. And self-compassion, and this empty room with its if it's a place that's pulling you into like obsessive, addictive, or patterns that aren't good for you, it doesn't have to be extreme addiction or anything like that, but however it's showing up for you, that's the illusion. The truth is, it's just a space of potential for you to fulfill the real promise of your life, essentially, which is, you loving yourself, you having self-compassion, you stepping into the reality of who you are and nurturing that and being abundant in that space of self-love. This is what's changing for you. Wow. Wow. Release and renew, and that's what you're doing on the back of that deck. Okay. Let's get into your tarot. This is pretty powerful, just like group 1 and 2. Yes, I love this collective. You're also amazing, seriously, deep, spiritually oriented people for real, doing the real work. It's not all the fluff and rainbows and butterflies all the time, obviously. But you are releasing, and so like I mentioned with group 2, there might be something here around something you maybe internalized or learned from your mother or your mother's line. And if so, well, either way, you're doing some sort of level ancestral generational healing through your mother's line, through the ancestry. So that is here as well. There is an actual connection to mother. Maybe you are a mother and you're healing these wounds that have been passed down through your family line. Beautiful. Congratulations. Good work, because this is hard work. And yeah, it's not for the weak. So that's what I'm saying, the collective, those of you who are subscribed here, who are part of this collective energy, you are really powerful, beautiful people and beings. However, I can feel you, and I see the work, the way the messages that are coming out collectively here are just so high vibrational. And thank you for being here and all that you give back and all the energy exchanges, because honestly, that's the best I could have hoped for when I was creating a channel, is really wanting to connect with and, bring messages through for people who are doing this level of work for the planet, because it all just reverberates out. So it's amazing. So we're using the Tarot of the Divine for you. Speaking of divine energy, I haven't used this one in a while, but I love it. It's very colorful and sweet. So let's see, what else do you need to know about tell us more details here, please, for group 3. What is changing? The Ace of Swords. Wow. There's a breakthrough. Like an awakening, a breakthrough. With the arms up, arms out. Wow. Okay. Tell us more. What is changing, please? Thank you, Spirit, for group 3. The Magician, and the Mother is a 1, and the Magician is a 1. So now you have 11. I think every group has had 11. Or 1111. So this is the Magician. This is divine. This is, divine, but it is the major arcana. It's the number 1, connected to mercurial energy. There's something about communication and manifestation. And I just heard the way you communicate with yourself. as you face this inner turmoil, whatever it was from the past that you were trying to fill, like you see it, you see the pattern. So what's changing is you've seen the pattern, you've seen the breakthrough, you've seen the truth. You've now seen through this lie that was like a belief system that was creating more of this lower vibrational or less positive aspects of the mother in the empty room. And this breakthrough showed you, he has brought you back into a place of manifesting what it is you do desire. It's like you're coming back into your power. And there's something about communication, so we'll get more. Let's see, that's changing. For group 3, what's changing? Temperance, another major arcana. This is Sagittarius, number 14. Balance. You know, that is also, all 3 groups have this there's a collective energy of whatever we're healing here is big, and it's bringing us into a place of balance. You're healing and balancing your life in a really big way. Transforming, like alchemizing the shadows into the light through self-compassion, through shedding the illusions, through releasing the old and allowing yourself to renew. You are being spiritually guided strongly, that's that communication. Just like group 2, you're being communicated with strongly by your spirit guides and angels. I keep hearing by the Divine Mother, so maybe you resonate with being connected to a certain goddess or a certain Divine Mother, or just the goddess in general, because that energy is here too. A lot of angelic guidance and assistance. So what's changing is you're letting that guide you. You're leaning into that, the flow, not resisting it. Letting the universe guide you, seeing your magic, seeing how it shows up in your life. That's the change. You realize that's the real promise, not whatever past stories were keeping you stuck, or past timelines where you were afraid of maybe not being enough or having enough and felt like you needed to hang on or control things in some way, or getting lost in illusions, distracted from your own power, from your own ability to birth your life and your creations. Because I'm getting that too, that you are very good manifester and a good healer. Wow. Yeah, you have a very nurturing mother, like you're a healer. Some of you are healers. What's changing so you're coming into balance, you're healing, this breakthrough is happening. What is changing for group 3? Please and thank you. The star, oh my gosh. I was just thinking about the star. I was thinking about how it looks like this magician is waving her wand up at the stars. So yeah, with all 3 of these, wow, the magician, temperance, and the star. This is number 17, Aquarius, major arcana for Aquarius. Wow. This is crazy. What's changing is some sort of major breakthrough here in your life, where some sort of like you have manifested balance and healing, the clearing of old past shadows and timelines that no longer serve you. You've seen the potential and you're rising to it. The empty room has become the potential. You've balanced out whatever you've seen, the illusion that those stories of lack, whatever they were not the truth. And you've taken your power back and transformed and healed with the guidance and assistance of the divine. And you're still being now you're being led by the light of your soul, by the potential that you know is there for you. This is the change. You're heading towards your destiny, your true north, your alignment, your potential. You're birthing your wishes and dreams into life. You've had a breakthrough where you see that being in the flow and trusting, nurturing yourself instead of, and trusting the flow instead of trying to control it or hang on to it. You've transformed that fear, and it's leading you, catapulting you into a place of healing and expansion into your wishes and dreams. Like I said, your destiny. You're now aligning with your true north, which was the message in another group too. I think it might have been group 1. Yeah. Okay, so this is a big change, I believe, with the Ace of Swords here for sure, and all these major arcana. A huge change. So let me know in the comments if you would like to share how this resonates with you. It's really, what else is changing for group 3? This is powerful. What is changing for group 3? The King of Swords. There's a clarity and communication and truth. Is that? It's a phoenix in this deck. How perfect. Because I do feel like that. You faced your energy. You have risen, like done the shadow work. This Ace of Swords is like you've come up out of the illusion and the pain of facing some inner demons and releasing some patterns that were holding you back from being in your fullest light and potential and alignment and truth. You're seeing clearly now, and you're even communicating very clearly in all areas of your life is what I'm hearing. This is really beautiful. You are receiving a lot of messages from the divine as well. You are a leader in your own life. Whether you are male or female, doesn't matter with this king here. You are a very good manifester. Very wise in your decisions. This is what's changing somehow, because you were under illusions that you maybe, this King of Swords in its kind of reversed position can be not so kind and open with words and thoughts. And I think that you've transformed the way you think and see yourself in the world, and it's alchemizing this lower vibrational energy and releasing you from a place of lack and balancing you out and bringing you into a place of alignment with what it is you desire in this life, knowing that you have potential, all the potential that you need for this and more, with the Ace of Coins. Speaking of potential, on the back of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. This is what's changing for you. A sense of abundance, a sense of opportunity, of real promise in life, of being in alignment, of releasing the past, letting it go, transforming, burning it away like a phoenix rising, healing whatever the mother wound is. I'm hearing for some of you it's a mother wound, but healing any sense of fear and lack, any wounds from the past in the feminine energy that have been holding you back. What's changing is all of that you're now in a flow place. Maybe you were a bit controlling in the past, and you're seeing now that real manifestation comes from a place of trust, faith, release, flow. There's an opportunity coming in for you. It's a seed that you can plant in a new direction, and that is the change. You are the change. You've changed. You've transformed your feminine energy. And you are now manifesting in a very balanced and beautiful way that's in alignment with your truth, with your destiny even. And I keep being drawn to this. It's a real promise. It's something that is not an illusion. It's real. It's in your hands. And look, the Three of Pentacles behind that. Yes. You can build this. You can actually ground something fruitful and abundant into your life. It's in fact your destiny to do this. Self-love, self-compassion help you get there, and there is an ending. It might have been a painful ending, maybe even with a mother, and if not, it's the ending of a belief system that was passed down, that was painful. This shadow work was painful. It feels like shedding these illusions were painful. Just as I say that, fantasy land behind there, I kicked this off by accident with my hand, and it says, make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. Yeah, you're really releasing any old patterns that were like any level of toxicity or keeping you stuck in any way. You have now this growth mindset, this resilience that this self-love and self-compassion have created in your life. So this is the change. This is a big, 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 big big change. Group 3, this is amazing. So let's get a few more cards out for you. See what the oracles have to say before we get out your charms. You know, do I want to do any clarifying? I kind of do. I'm feeling like I need to clarify something. I've got the time. Why not? Let's put that Ace of Coins there because that is the change. There's a new opportunity here. There's a breakthrough. You're being released from these old energies, from these old timelines. I want to get another card for Temperance, please. Can we please have another card for Temperance? Clarifying Temperance. Why is Temperance here for Group 3? Oh, wow. I'm glad I asked. The Four of Wands. There it is, 11/11. It's now officially been out, I think, in every group. Definitely Group 2. How interesting with the masculine and the feminine energies with this Four of Wands. Because this is the Ascension Gateway. This is a celebration. This, with Temperance and the Four of Wands, wow. Some of you, are healing this pattern within yourself and it's aligning you. This is just a message for some if this is part of your story. But it's aligning you with a new opportunity with a divine partner, someone that you are going to build a life with. If it's not that, it's you are aligning with your true north in the sense of the career of your dreams or the life of your dreams. There's some sort of new foundation coming in, which I also had with Group 2. This is so interesting. A balance between these aspects of yourself. By healing the feminine within you, it's like that was for you, Group 3, the missing piece. And all of this self-love and self-compassion is bringing a balance in so that you open a gateway to an ascension doorway. That's what this 11/11 is, this Four of Wands. It is a new foundation, a new timeline that is blessed by the angels with Temperance, that is literally going to bring so many blessings into your life with the Star, to so much opportunity. For some of you, maybe even a child. If you're looking to create a child with the Mother, this is coming because you're healing. You've had the strength and the, I just heard ferocity. Wow. You have the strength and the power, the ferocity. And that's what it takes to face some of these inner demons, right? And because you had that, you've had a breakthrough here in your healing, and you are now manifesting and calling into you this Ascension Gateway, whatever that looks like for you. Whatever it is, union, it is alignment with your wishes and dreams, your destiny. It is a blessing, like a huge blessing. So it's going to be different for all of you, but that is definitely here. That you're manifesting a new ascension level of a new foundation in your life, some sort of wishes and dreams, some sort of new opportunity. That's the change for you, Group 3. I love it. Oh, we saw this. Then now the Tower on the back of the deck, that is Scorpio and Aries, Mars energy. Yes, something foundational has broken down in order for you to heal this pattern, this wounded feminine aspect of self, in order to have a breakthrough in your life so that you can build a foundation. This foundation falls apart because it's not sustainable, it's not healthy, it's not serving your true north, your destiny, your purpose in this life. And like I said, this collective, it are the kind of people, the kind of souls that want to be aligned with your purpose, are here to do that and have the power and strength to do it. And so many of you are very divine, powerful beings. Whether you resonate as being a twin flame or a divine counterpart, you don't have to, but you are carrying that frequency of union, of oneness, and that is the 5D frequency, and it is very powerful in manifestation. And that's what you have seen, this energy within you. It was creating confusion and a sense of lack due to like maybe familial patterns or something, but now it's like you've realized, no, this is my power, this is my potential, this is how I create an ascension timeline, this is how I create a whole new beginning. Sorry about the noise in the background. Yeah, the past, something from the past broke down, and maybe it was with a mother, or you know, if you were married, maybe it was with the mother of your children or something along those lines. Take it as it resonates. But whatever new foundation is coming in for you is an opportunity, an abundant new opportunity for growth and a whole new beautiful foundation in your life. I just keep hearing that. So wow, that is the change. That's what I mean. All three groups have been huge changes. And I want to say with this mother here too, this is, you know, if you resonate with clearing and healing, like being, a lot of you might feel like you are healing and clearing generational wounds, generational traumas, like a whole line. And in that case, maybe it's your something from your mother's line, and that reverberate, that is like ascension work. So the reward of that is definitely you coming into your power more with the Magician and stepping into alignment with your most aligned and beautiful destiny. Honestly, I'm not blowing smoke or whatever they say. Like, this is what I see here for you, group 3. And with overcoming something as big as the empty room and the mother in, you know, in its darker aspects, this is a breakthrough. This is like, you didn't just like step into this, you did some work. And it is the self-love and self-compassion Spirit wants you to know that is really helping you lean into the flow and move into this frequency through this change. So keep loving yourself, keep releasing the old patterns, the old lower vibrational patterns or thought forms or beliefs because you will continue to transform and integrate and step into this new growth and resilience and new reality, literally. So what else is changing for group 3? What do they need to hear? Hold your vision. That's it. Fixed moon. You're manifesting this. Hold your vision. It's coming. This change is coming. It's right around the corner. What else? Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Luck is on your side. Absolutely. I feel that here with all this positivity, with all these major arcana and the Four of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Coins, this new beginning, whatever this change is that creates a new start in your life in some way, a new vibration, a new timeline, it will feel very fortunate and lucky. You will feel like, wow, I literally manifested this with the divine. With the Divine Mother, you're birthing this. This is amazing. What else for group 3? What is changing in group 3's life? The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Yep, beautiful. A fiery climax approaches. With that Phoenix energy, yes. So maybe it is going to be fiery for some of you. And I feel like that means passionate, like exciting, eventful. I heard eventful. So yes, I don't feel in this particular reading that it means an argument. Sometimes it does, and maybe it would, but I don't feel that. I feel like it's like a tough end of a tough cycle is coming, and you're going to feel lit. You're going to feel really good. So, well, actually, for some of you, yeah, maybe there will be a bit of a fiery climax, a bit of a face-off with someone or something, because we do have the Tower here. But no, if that's the case, it is ending a tough cycle. It's lucky. It's leading you into your Four of Wands, Temperance energy here of union and stability and grace. And your light shining brighter, you aligning with your North Star, your true destiny, and healing in a big way. With Temperance and the Star, you're healing. That's part of your ascension. Like I said, healing this mother energy, healing the feminine, healing the feminine line, perhaps. I just noticed that this lady is blue. So maybe some of you feel connected to the Pleiades. And I heard again, the Divine Mother. So if you resonate with having a feminine guide, or, you know, however you feel connected, but for some of you, you do feel very connected to the Pleiades. I just want to bring that through. And so know that you're healing something. For those of you who resonate with that star message, you're healing something on a DNA galactic level here. Like there's a galactic mother kind of thing here that you're downloading, like in place of the more hurtful, lower vibrational energies of mother. You're very connected to a Pleiadian guide who's helping you with this. So some of you, male or female, however that is happening for you, so take it as it resonates. But either way, okay, that was just for some people. So let's see what else is coming through here for what do they need to know about what is changing, group 3. What is changing for group 3? Like I said, some of you are becoming a mother. I didn't want to discount that change too. And some of you are getting married or connecting with a long-term partner and creating a family in some way. So that's here. That is a big change. And that's coming, like I said before, because you've transformed the past, because you've healed. You're now at a vibration that can bring in that level of union. If for those of you who want that, where that fits, or if you're already in a partnership, it heals into that. There's a new timeline opening up. So beautiful. I love it. Play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So this is some advice from Spirit. Yes, celebrate that 4 of Wands, enjoy. It brings balance into your life, it brings healing. Bring back that childlike part of you that's compassionate, self-loving, and playful. That isn't afraid to be more of your authentic self and shine your light and have fun. I love that. That's part of the change here too. I think you're going to feel more free to do that in this new energy. Awakening. Group 2 got this as well. Yes, energetic upgrades. Thank you, Spirit. That's a confirmation of me saying this 1111 card. You know, you are having in a spiritual awakening, a spiritual upgrade right now. Your frequency is raising. That's why you're moving through this tough cycle, and it's going to complete because you're moving up in this ascension level. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. Integration is here twice for you. So, you know, if you've been feeling like you need to rest or take some time out for yourself, know that that is okay. You're gaining a new level of reality here, a new frequency, and it can be exhausting. So take care of yourself, again, with the positive aspects of the mother. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself so that you can heal and, you know, be the phoenix rising in your life with this breakthrough and this new foundation and new alignment coming in. On the back of the deck, we have the initiation. Exactly. I feel like this has been a huge initiation in your life and a big change coming. Rite of passage. Like I had said, maybe I didn't say that in your reading. The 4 of Wands can be a rite of passage. So this is a breakthrough here, something that you've been desiring, wanting. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. You're moving past those old energies, those old timelines, those old stories, those old generational patterns of the fearful, clinging aspects, suffocating aspects of the mother, and embracing more of the positive aspects of the mother, of nurturance and growth, flow, abundance, coming out of the darkness. So yes, I feel like for a lot of you there is this very strong, and even with the ropey snake here in the card, I feel like there is a strong shamanic energy here for a lot of you, where you are doing a very transformational like DNA shift here, like somatic release, all the levels. Psychic release, you're releasing patterns from past timelines and really awakening to a new level, and being in the flow will allow you to be more playful too. Having more self-compassion will also allow that. So this is really beautiful, group 2. This is the change. This is a big, beautiful change. It's an initiation, literally. Releasing timelines from the past that no longer serve. Shining your light brighter. It's so beautiful, group 3. I love it. I just can't stop looking at these cards. But we are going to move into your charms now. So if you are liking this video, if it's resonating, please like it down below. It does really help the channel grow, and it helps let me know that you liked it, and I do love that. Love connecting with you in that way. That kind of energy exchange is wonderful. I appreciate you. And the channel is growing, so thank you to all of you who have been interacting and engaging with the videos and watching them and all the things, because it's growing and more people are joining this collective energy, and I'm so grateful, because yeah, it is just, we are like on this ascension wave together. And so like I said, if you're liking it, if you'd like to comment how this is resonating, I do love to connect with you in that way, and I know that others love to connect. know you guys like to connect with each other in the comments too, and that's really beautiful. We have a really beautiful community here of hardly gotten any troll kind of comments, and it's just so high vibe here. I'm so grateful. So again, thank you. Let's get into the charms and see how Spirit wants to close out your reading, Group 3, for what is changing for you. What is changing for Group 3? What do they need to hear from the charms to close out their reading? Okay. That hoop has come out for everybody today. So it says dream, hope, trust, and love. And this is that full circle healing that's happening. You're coming into a new level of oneness, of wholeness. Dream, trust, love, and hope. And I feel that here with all these major arcana. That is what you've been doing. And you are going through a portal here, a new foundation, a new timeline, as we mentioned. It's interesting you got this string coming out with the 3. So maybe there are 3 soul ties in particular you can think of on your mother's line, or through whatever you've been healing here related to the feminine. 3 feminine relationships I'm hearing that you are transforming, that the end of a tough cycle is approaching. Whether you're releasing them and moving forward in a new direction, or you are integrating healing and creating a new relationship with them, there is something really transformative and beautiful I'm feeling with those soul ties. So maybe it's with a mother of your children, or your mother, or a sister, or a friend, a female friend, co-worker. However you feel this tie, like these people who've been teaching you these, this darker side, or the inverted side of the mother that is fearful and clinging and suffocating and controlling. So you're releasing these kind of energies from your life, and you're moving more into the flow and trusting. And that's the change, and it brings big change. It's bringing big change, Group 3, in a really positive way. And here's another angel, because you are really being guided, healed, and protected by your angelic guides. I feel that strongly in this group. There's this, it says have a heart. It's a volunteer. So it's like you have a very big heart, I'm feeling, and your heart is healing in a big way right now too. But you're a very generous person, and maybe this inverted side of the mother too can be overgiving. And so feeling like a sense of lack, of like needing to overgive in order to be loved. And so your heart is healing in a big way, if that resonates, where you're filling yourself up. You no longer feel a need to overgive. You're trusting this flow of life, and you're listening in a new way. That's really beautiful. What is this? Oh, cute. Just looks like a person with a hat on, like a little kid. So maybe children are relevant in some way. Again, mother, children. Yeah, so it's like healing your inner child. And it's interesting because the hat is down, covering the face. So you're no longer feeling like not enough, or like you need to hide something. Or like, I really feel like it's a self-esteem. Your self-esteem is healing. You're shining now. There's a breakthrough here with that. Like, you're willing to shine your light. You see your beauty, your value. You're learning to, at least. Here's another star. Yeah, because like I said, you're shining brighter with the star, and you are following your destined path. You are aligning with your purpose, and it is causing you to shine brighter and radiate brighter, in your heart to heal in a big way. You are uncovering secrets from the past, hidden shadows that were keeping you stuck, I'm feeling, with this shell, and you're finding the pearl within. You're finding the value within it all. And here's another pentacle with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you are receiving a new beginning, a new opportunity here. There's a breakthrough. That's the change, and it's going to be, has the potential to be an abundant new beginning. Blessed, yes, with the Ace of Pentacles is often, to me, reminds me of a blessing coming in from the universe. You are blessed, and the end of this tough cycle is coming, and you're going to see that you're blessed. There is a life raft here, and it always reminds me of like the divine is throwing you. Maybe you were feeling overwhelmed in the sea of emotions, or just overwhelmed in general with all of this transformation and healing that's been happening. and breakdown of the tower, but it's like the divine has rescued you. They will always, when you ask, you will always be thrown a life raft. So I feel like, again, you have been angelically guided and protected into this new portal, into this ascension gateway, whatever this milestone is for you, or new beginning here, whatever this new foundation is. And then we have one of my favorite charms, the little alien in the spaceship that says, I want to believe. So maybe you resonate with being a starseed. Wouldn't surprise me with this energy here. But also it's just about like, yeah, believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, believing in what others would consider impossible, knowing that you're blessed and that you have what it takes to manifest your dreams because they're your purpose. They're in alignment with you. So you're just releasing the things that don't align with it. And there's nothing mysterious about that. So that's what I'm hearing it coming through. So it's really beautiful. So you're believing in what used to be the impossible. You now know that it is possible, especially with the divine flow on your side of life, of the universe. Young and strong is here. And I feel like this always comes out as an energy of timeless energy, a timelessness to you. And young and strong too, again, I feel a strong something about children in this particular group. But it's also about your timeless nature, and that you, no matter your age or whatever you're going through, that you can always align with this archetype within yourself. And that you are on some level timeless, young and strong, no matter how things are looking at a certain time. And then this says, a family's love is forever. So there is a strong energy of family healing, generational trauma healing, things like that here. Or being able to acquire a family. You know, some of you, like I said, that's the change for some of you. You're manifesting a family. For others, it's like you're healing this family line, or both. It's both. For a lot of you, it's both. And speaking of them, oh my goodness. This is so magical, group 3. Wow. The Empress. The mother herself, the archetypal mother of the tarot, came out in your baby tarot. Last but not least, and it's so fascinating to me because the Emperor came out, not in the charms, but in the deck, for the father. So there is such a strong energy of the Empress is growth, abundance, a feeling of connectedness to all life, a feeling of unconditional love, a feeling of having so much support in life, and just so much sovereignty and beauty and all the wonderful parts of the mother. This is amazing. The divine feminine coming out. So you are healing this aspect of yourself, your mother's line, something connected to a mother, however it resonates with you. The divine has got you with this life raft. I feel like so many of you are definitely resonate with being a starseed or a light worker, or some sort of like black sheep, kind of different. You've always felt a little different. But that's your gift. You are this powerful being who can radiate on the level of the Empress, who can connect to flow and abundance and create a reality that, you know, is a vibration. The Empress is the vibration of nature. And she is a mother. So again, some of you are releasing some blockages and creating a baby, or actually creating a home with a child, a physical child. So take that if it resonates. And then this says, again, with the family, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. That's very sweet. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Yes, some of you, you're healing something deep from your mother, and your mother's line, even if you're becoming a mother, especially if you're becoming a mother, or especially if you are a mother. So this is really powerful, beautiful change happening. It's like you're honoring whatever you learned, even if it was it's like you're healing that shadow past, and that's changed your relationship to the feminine within you. You've forgiven and healed the wounds of the past, the wounds of the mother, and it's creating so much grace and blessings and abundance in your own life and with your own family tree. Look, there's a leaf here that made me think of that. For those of you who have a family, you're healing this in a big way. And it's so beautiful. For others, and the message here with the leaf too is that this is going to feel like a whole new timeline. Oh, you're turning over a new leaf, literally. It's not going to feel like a new timeline. Well, it will, but it is a whole new timeline. An abundant one with the Empress. Very abundant. Full of love. Full of beauty. Yeah, there's like a little flower here holding like underneath an umbrella. So I feel like you're blooming right now. Like this part of you is blooming and you're protected with the umbrella. Your bloom is being protected from harsh rain. You have protection from the divine. Your emotions, again, the life raft for your emotions. So if you've been feeling like you're drowning, I mean, spiritual awakening is intense. And especially if you're facing inner demons and releasing like this empty room energy in its reverse, that is painful stuff and challenging. So you are being very sweetly and divinely protected through this whole thing. And the change is that you're doing it, you're birthing through it, you're creating this rebirth, this new direction, the manifestation of whatever this new foundation and union is, or reunion or celebration in your life. It's literally like the phoenix rising. So this is so beautiful, group 3. This is a huge change and a very divinely guided, high vibrational, like ascension, upgrade kind of change. So wow, all 3 groups have been like that. I love it. I love you all. You're so amazing. This is a close-up of your charms. If you're new here and this is all resonating, thank you for being here. You're one of us. Feel free to subscribe. It's a very like high vibe tribe, right? So I love you all. This is amazing energy and you're doing hard work and it's going to really pay off, or it is paying off. That's the change. There's literally a breakthrough here. So really amazing, group 3. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope these messages were helpful for you in some way, and let me know in the comments, like I said. And I am available for personal readings right now if you would like to dive deeper into your own situation with more specifics. And that link is in the description box below. It will take you to my website where you can choose from many different types of readings, and there's also healing sessions there and light language activations and art and many different kinds of things. So check it out if you're interested. And my website is also all about my body of work, my healing body of work, angelic earth resonance. So if you're interested in that, that link is in the description box. I appreciate you so much, your time, your energy, your love. I feel you all. This is the work you're doing on the planet, this ascension energy, this tough cycle you've been in. Having the courage and the discipline and the healing capacity to align with your purpose and destiny is so important right now. So thank you, group 3, for doing this beautiful work. And I'm sending you so much love, many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next time.